Meanwhile, the guards are just like, what the hell is going on? And the other one's like, I don't know. These types, they're eccentric. Just go with it, man. Like, they're talking about ghosts and like, just shut up, man. You still get your paycheck, right? Yeah, then just shut up. Chapter 12, 12:25 a.m. Looks like the kidnappers made a big mistake. The girl in the trunk was Detective Jowd's daughter, Camilla, not the minister's daughter. When I got back to the Justice Minister's office, things were getting even more out of hand. The devastated man was being grilled by the fiery detective lady. Weird that in these intro things, I told Lynn what I found out about the kidnapping, that it wasn't the Justice Minister's daughter who had been abducted. That the kidnappers had been holed up in Camilla's old house and that they sensed my presence and were already gone. The one other thing I don't get is in these intro where they're like, that fiery redhead detective, like that lady, like what we know that her name is Lynn. Why don't they just say like, when I got back, Lynn was grilling the Justice Minister? It's like, it almost is like, I wonder if it, well, no, it came out for the DS, so it wouldn't have been, probably not episodic. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know why they don't use proper names all the time. Like, I get before you know it when it's like, Justice Minister. Like, we don't know what his name is, so like, Justice Minister is fine until we learn otherwise. Like, you know, Prisoner D99 until we learned his name was Dowd. Or, I did it again, Jowd. I don't know. But Camilla, why do they have Camilla? Her father isn't the stupid old Justice Minister. Hey, I think the stupid old part's a little uncalled for. Looks like the kidnappers made a mistake somehow. The poor girl, kidnapped for the ransom of her own father's execution. It's too much. That's a cruel twist of fate, I agree. And then there are those other twists too, like the kidnappers winding up and using Camilla's old house as their hideout. Well, there's no way it could just be a coincidence. And them sensing my presence? They seem to know about the powers of the dead. I don't understand any of it. I told you before, Detective. I want you to stand back. Who cares about distance at a time like this? Look, Mr. Minister, it wasn't your daughter that was kidnapped. Oh, don't try to pretend you didn't hear what we were saying. Oh, how can I believe in you? I'm a realist. Please, if you don't believe what we say, see for yourself. Just call home, and I tried calling 100 times. My wife won't answer. She won't? It's complicated. Why does life have to be such a complicated thing? Wait, but if she doesn't answer, doesn't that mean everything's normal? It doesn't prove it. And I'm being watched. I can't have the police go check for me. Besides, if the execution isn't carried out tonight, the hostage will be killed. What difference does it make that it's not my daughter? All right. For all of, like, as much as I dislike this guy, at least he does have, like, some moral backbone, if nothing else. That he's like, you know, because, like, I have to order this execution to save my girl. And then it's like, well, it's not your girl. It's like, well, but they have someone's little girl. I can't just have her killed instead. So, like, yeah, all right. Props always be like, I don't like this dude. I mean, again, good character design, you know. Like, I like him as a character. I just don't like him personally. But I have to give him props for that he's not just being, like, only thinking of his daughter. Like, what difference does it make if it's if it's Amelie or Camilla? They're both innocent little girls. I can't just have them killed. Yeah. Settle down, Lynn. Woo-wee. I was gonna be like, oh, who's talking? And then I see I see the rest of the sign. I'm like, oh, very long, exaggerated vowels. I know who exactly is talking. That is quite a pickle, Mr. Minister. Quite a pickle. Miss me, baby? Inspector Cabanella? I have a little report for you, Mr. Minister. The escaped prisoner has been apprehended. Thought you might like to see him, so here he is. Technically speaking, we could all have a conversation except, okay, and these guys. Detective Jowd? Detective Jowd, I'm so sorry, I tried. I know you're innocent, just can't prove it. So sorry. Lynn, please don't apologize to me. The beautiful love between a teacher and student, it brings a tear to my eye. Like, you could talk to all of them except Cabanela, and the guards. Like you could be like, Jowd, I know what happened. According to what I heard, Amelie was supposed to go to some sort of lesson tonight. Those horrible kidnappers, they were lying in wait for her. But Amelie didn't go out after all, she couldn't. She had a fever. And so the kidnappers grabbed Camilla by mistake. Apparently, Amelie and Camilla are about the same age. Kidnappers must have gotten the two mixed up. It's my fault. If I hadn't asked Camilla to do that errand for me, none of this would have happened. All right, you asked her to bring the music box. Camilla. My poor Amelie, is she all right? Actually, the girl was kidnapped was named Camilla. Why is a dream talking to me in my head again? Wait a minute, Amelie? Would that be the Amelie next door? Yeah, I think so. Didn't know the Justice Minister lived next door. Not me, my wife. It's complicated. Yeah, I bet it'd be pretty hard to admit she left him. Minister's wife ran away on him? Huh, maybe they grew apart with him being so busy all the time. Yeah, I bet you're right. Please stop gossiping about me inside my own head. No. Also, to be fair, she's kind of a jerk. Let me just say it. She doesn't seem like all that great of a person. Oh, I can't reach Jowd. Can't you just be like, hey, could you take me? Here, let's listen to there, I guess. Could you take me over to Jowd, please? You knew, didn't you, Inspector Cabanela, that the execution was tonight? I don't believe I had any obligation to tell you. You're fine with this? I mean, you know as well as I do. Detective Jowd could never have done such a thing. Oh, come on now, baby. I know no such thing. What? I know two things to be true and two things only. One, he was given the death penalty. And two, he tried to escape. What else could I do but haul him in? If that's the case, why did you bring him here? Whatever do you mean, young lady? He escaped from prison. Why didn't you just take him back to the prison? I think you only brought him here to brag about your accomplishment. Isn't that right, Inspector? For your own selfish reasons. So were all the rumors about you true? That only thing you care about is a spotless record? Is that more important to you than saving a friend? Everybody has certain principles they can't go back on, including me. You'll understand that someday, baby. That's enough, Lynn. But Detective Jowd, I'm a death row inmate who escaped from prison. This is how it should be. But just tell them that, like, you know what happened. There we go. So, Mr. Ghost, we meet again. I hear something happened. Something about a kidnapping. Yeah, some kidnappers are saying they abducted the Justice Minister's daughter. That's terrible. What's their demand? Carrying out your execution tonight. Oh, I had no idea I was so hated. But the minister doesn't have to worry. I die and it's all over. Very simple. It's not that simple. Why not? Because it isn't really the minister's daughter who got kidnapped. It's Camilla. Camilla? I checked it out for myself. I'm positive. It can't be! And by the way, Camilla told me something interesting. She said the one who killed her mother 5 years ago was Camilla herself. What are you talking about? Don't listen to him! I'm the one who shot her. I'm the one who shot Alma. When I'm executed tonight, that will be the end of it. Camilla won't have to suffer anymore after tonight. For a capable detective, you say some incredibly misguided things. Ugh. Your dying isn't gonna end that girl's suffering. It'll just bring her new suffering. The only person's pain this execution is gonna ease is yours. Is it true? What Camilla said? Why don't you tell us what you know? To be honest, I still don't understand what happened that day. It was my wife, Alma's birthday. We came home from work. She went in first. Mom! What was that noise? I looked for the shooter, but there was nobody to be found. There's nobody there beside Alma and Camilla, just the two of them. So the little lady's mother died right in front of her. It's so horrible. Camilla told me about it. She was crying. She said the contraption she'd made did something it wasn't supposed to do. Made an impossible move. An impossible move? Camilla was a quiet little girl, but she was good with her hands. She was a little genius at making elaborate toys, contraptions. But there were two very strange points about that contraption. The first was, of course, the firing of the gun. Right, that was an antique gun I'd had on display for years. So it wasn't part of the little lady's original design. Of course it wasn't. It was supposed to be a surprise for her mother's birthday. The other strange point was the movement of the Cupid. Cupid? It was supposed to shoot its arrow without turning around. Somebody made a change to the contraption's design and manipulated it. Whoa. I don't know what to say. I didn't have time to think things through then. All I knew was I had to protect Camilla. I made a small adjustment to the scene, turned myself in. What kind of adjustment? The gun, of course. The gun? Come to think of it. There was no gun, just a picture hanging on the wall. Of course not, because I secretly switched the gun out of the frame with the picture. I didn't believe what she told me about her contraption, but one thing was for certain. The gun was still smoking. So that gun really did shoot Alma. I hid the gun before I went to the police. You hid it? Put it in a wooden box and gave it, to a certain detective. Wait, you mean... And that detective still thinks it's a music box. So that's what's in the box. I got a different murder weapon ready to give to the police, my own pistol. I did a few other things to make it look good. I won't go into the details. When I was all done, I turned myself in. It's been 5 years since then. I stopped thinking about it. I shot Alma. There's no other explanation. That's what I'd convinced everyone of, even me. But tonight you showed up and gave me an explanation I never would have thought of before. The powers of the dead. That day in that room, powers I didn't understand were at work. And if that's the case, it clears up all the mysteries. Maybe not all. There are a couple of other people who know about those powers. Is somebody there? I can sense you, blah, blah, blah. Yes, we saw that. She can sense the dead people. She sees dead people, man. It's the the kidnappers who abducted Camilla knew about the powers. This is no ordinary kidnapping. It looks like my wife's case isn't coming to an end after all. I'm the only one who thought it was. Detective Jowd. There's still time before dawn. A little, anyway. How about you see this case through to the end before you die? Detective Jowd, is what you told us just now true? Yes, of course. In that case, there's still time. Still time. Time to solve the case that started 5 years ago. You didn't do it, Detective Jowd, and of course little Camilla didn't do it either. So the true perpetrator is still out there, and I'm gonna prove it. For Camilla's sake. That sounds wonderful. Thank you, Detective Jowd. Then where's the music box now? In Temsic Park. Camilla left it there. That gun is important evidence. You better go pick it up. Yes, sir. I will go right now. Sissel, take care of Detective Jowd. And do something about the kidnapping so we can get the minister on our side. Ugh, and yet again, I say easy enough for you to say. What is going on? Deal me the deal, Mr. Death Row inmate. A little change in plans. My daughter's been kidnapped. I can't just go off to die without doing something. But you are in our custody, don't forget. Back at the prison, everybody's waiting for you with a special seat just for you, baby. Then I guess we better prove my innocence on the double. On the double, is it? You sound so determined, my old friend. I want to save Camilla in more ways than one. And that's all there is to it. I see, my old friend, in more ways than one. What say you, Mr. Minister? May we have your decision? Should the execution be carried out tonight as planned, or should we hold off, wait for this important evidence? The order still stands. Bring the prisoner back immediately. Resume its enforcement. As you wish, Your Excellency. Please don't bow down to me, especially not that low. In that case, can I have one of your boys arrange a prison van to pick him up? Would you be so kind? Yes, sir. The van should take about 10 minutes, I'm guessing. Your escape tonight was brilliant. Will you show me another miracle in these last few minutes of yours, Mr. Death Row inmate? I'm glad to see Detective Jowd all fired up, but I feel like I'm under the gun here. Even if Lynn does come through with the proof of his innocence, it will be meaningless if Jowd or Camilla dies. I've got to do something about that kidnapping. I should ask for some advice from the capable detective here. Also, can you just die for a minute, Mr. Cabanella? This would make it so much easier if I could just talk with you. Most likely the minister won't stop the execution, not as long as there's any small chance his daughter is the one who was kidnapped. But she isn't the one, I'm sure of it. Well, it'd be great if we could prove that to the minister. Prove it? How? No, his wife is gonna answer that phone if we call from here. If we call from here, right? But a telephone works in both directions. Hey, what are you saying? What I'm saying is only family members can solve a family problem. Hey, Mr. Ghost. Yeah? I have to admit, I don't like depending on others, but you're the only one who can change this situation. Gee, detective. For these past 5 years, Camilla's the only thing that kept me going. Can't go meekly to the chair now. I hate to ask this, but would you mind saving me? Hey, I'll try. Need to get in there, yes. We have got to save the thing, but is there a way? Yes. Nope. Game over. Everything ends in tragedy. Hey, you. Hey, Mr. Minister. I can't hear you. La, 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 la. I'm sure you heard everything we've been saying. Are you telling me you don't believe any of it? Let me speak plainly. I don't trust you. But there is somebody else whom I trust even less. Yeah, and who's that? Me! I can't explain your existence. It's not normal. But I'm pretty abnormal myself. So maybe you're a figment of my imagination, a delusion. Would you listen to a delusion? Well, to be honest, I have no idea what you're talking about. I got the bit about you not trusting me, though. Good. Okay, I guess... Like, to be fair, like, I guess for, like, yes, things are weird, and, like, Lynn just took to be like, oh, I'm dead. Okay, well, I got powers now. And, like, Jowd's like, oh, huh, I'm dead. Show me something, ghost. But, like, I guess it's not unreasonable for him to be like, yeah, I'm not gonna, like, base my decisions as the Justice Minister based on voices I hear in my head that are supposedly from the dead, except that 2 of them are alive right here in front of him. It's like, yeah, I get it. Ladies' red apartment. There we go. Yep, just as I thought. This little girl is safe in her bed. Aw, poor little girl. Has a very cute little cough. Murder, execution, jailbreak, betrayal, kidnapping. Last link in the long chain of a sad fate lit a fire in Jowd's heart. The chance to turn it all around is right here in this room. Getting a strange premonition. Everything that happened so far is related back to me in some way. I bet this mistaken-ridden abduction does too. Well, yes. Because you know the people are trying to meet you. So... yeah. That's the big one now. Like, okay, we figured out Jowd's business. We figured out most of the things, but, like, the really big question now is... you. Who was Sissel? Like, before you died, what were you up to? I don't know. The only way to find out is continue playing. Chapter 13, 12:51 a.m. I visit the novelist's apartment again. I'm hoping to be able to do something about this mistaken identity kidnapping. As long as there's any possibility that it could be his own daughter who was kidnapped, I doubt the Justice Minister will call off the execution tonight. Key to dispelling the Minister's doubts is now in bed coughing. All I need to use this key, and I need to use this key before that prison van arrives to pick up our death row inmate. Aw, poor little girl. My darling angel, oh, just listen to that cough. You naughty thing, did you leave your nice warm bed to go out into the night to play? A daughter after my own heart, but I must confess I didn't even notice you were gone.
I didn't go out to play, I went to buy Papa a birthday present. He said he wanted a new lighter.
But that's no reason to go out this late at night.
My fever finally went down. I could barely move before that.
But look what it brought you. Your fever is worse now than ever. Here is to the feverish passion of my darling angel.
Mama?
Yes, darling.
Let's call Papa. Wish him a happy birthday, even though it's already past midnight.
Not tonight, Amelie.
I hate you.
Yeah, she is nasty. Looks like the little girl was safe all along. I mean, I already knew that, but I'm still relieved all the same. And there is another lucky development too. Amelie wants to call her father. If I could just make use of that feeling somehow, that would bring the minister around. But I don't know what to do. All right, so we have a lighter. All right, well okay, that chapter solved. All right, done with the chapter.
The phone.
I hate her. I hate her more than anyone else. Amelie, I told you, you couldn't call him tonight. I mean, again, like, she's fine as a character design, right? Like, as, like, a character that you're not supposed to like. Good design. But, like, as a person, oh my goodness, I hate her the most of all. Because, like, yeah, Cabanela is, like, super smarmy and seems to, like, be trying to just, like, climb up in the ranks and stuff. But, again, Lynn says he's good. So that counts for something. But, like, even though, like, and, like, the Justice Minister being, like, super, like, anti-himself, like, you know, self-defeating and, like, not necessarily doing what's best. All that stuff, like, pales in comparison to the fact that, like, yeah, she may just be a writer and, like, the stakes aren't as high with her, but the fact that she's not letting her daughter call her dad, like, just because you and your husband are having a falling out, don't put your kid in the middle of that. Like, kid is happy with, and, like, obviously, you know, caveat for anyone, like, obviously, yes, if there's, like, abuse or something going on, like, that's a reason to be like, why can't we go see dad? You know, like, that would be a different case, but clearly there's not, and it's just because she doesn't like him that she's not letting her daughter interact with him either. And that is the nastiest thing in this game so far, right? Are you sure about the nastiest? People have been, like, shot with shotguns and crushed under... Yes. I maintain that's the nastiest thing, including all the death. You can't call him.
Why not?
Listen to me, Amelie. Your father's about to make a big mistake. I want him to reconsider.
What do you know about it, Mama? He's the one who's the Justice Minister. All you do is write weird novels.
What do you mean, weird? How dare you disparage my romantic expressions? Now you've really made me angry, you have. How do you expect me to forgive such an insult? Yeah, that just solidifies. I hate you, as you should. Though, to be fair, like, okay, like, there. I'll be keeping my eye on you now so you don't do anything else mischievous, like calling your father.
I hate you.
Yes, I can hear you, you know. I mean, okay, that makes it more interesting, at least, that it seems like her falling out. Well, we'll do this before it disappears.
Mama, what is Papa about to do?
Yeah, that it seems like the reason she dislikes him is because she's gonna order Jowd's execution. So again, that makes her more interesting as a character. But, like, okay, so she's like a person we don't like, but she's doing this stuff for a good reason. But you're still putting your daughter in between the two of you, and that's not okay. Never mind, nothing you need to know right now, Amelie.
Why is everything always such a big secret? I'm part of the family too, you know.
It's not something for children's ears. You'll understand someday.
I don't want to know someday, I want to know now. It's not fair, you just don't want to tell me. I want to wish Papa a happy birthday.
Not tonight. If it was up to me, I'd let her call him. Exactly. Like, yes, you can be doing the right thing by not, like, endorsing his willingness to kill an innocent person with the death penalty, but you don't put your kid in between all of that. All right, turn off the thing. Better not put the lamp out now. It will only pour oil on the flames of anger in her heart. Want to give her a chance to use the phone. I have to think of a way to keep her mother out of the way. Yeah, turning the light out, I think, would be like, what? Okay, what can we do? Swing harder. Make a chime, drop a rat, turn a valve. Chandelier, latch, dictionary. Well, let's just take a little look at what things do. It swings. Okay. Cool. If I do this, we'll just get out of the way. What a pair. I don't know what this family's issues are, but I do know I have to do something, so Amelie can go. Okay. Thank you. Please get out of the way. Make a chime. Oh goodness, look at the time. As I bask in my tale of love, time has been moving on at the speed of light. Okay. Meow, rat. Oh, okay. Swing the rat. Swing harder. Have her look up at the rat. Well, well, having a good time, are we, little rodent? Sweet dreams! Ow. Did you fancy the vintage, my whiskered friend? See, she's got an eye for, like, Bond one-liners, so... Again, credit where credit's due. Alright, so... Okay. Oh, that poor little rat. Oh, heavens, a blackout at a critical time like this, of course. Dim lights suit my story of love very well, but I myself am not very fond of the dark. Ow. This chandelier just narrowly missed the back of my head. I love the thrill of romance, but I don't need these kind of thrills, thank you. What the? You drop the match in your wine to put it out. But are you still gonna drink from that? That's, Nothing goes well with wine like burnt sulfur. Ah, what a wonderful atmosphere. Perfect for a clandestine meeting in the dusky twilight. So we can burn brighter. You can drop the poor beleagured rat. Eventually. Alright. Crank that. Okay, so that can fall. What a naughty chandelier! Naughty chandelier. Naughty, naughty. Like, I mean, it won't kill her if we hit her with it, will it? Okay, what does burning brighter do? Yeah, now I don't know what... It's like, I feel like we're supposed to get her to... walk under it, we drop it on her head to knock her out, and then something phone. Assuming that doesn't kill her, that would be a little bit, I guess I'll examine the dictionary, but... Dictionary wasn't this on her desk. The poor thing destined to never be reunited to the bookshelf. Okay, so I can't shut the latch. All right, so what do we... Maybe we turn off this now? Okay, so fire down there. There's a lot of fire in this place. Right? Nothing on the wastebasket right now. No? Okay, I thought maybe, like, if I turned that off, she'd go and investigate the lamp or something. Okay, well, let's... I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll just try things until something different happens. What if we burn brighter and then drop it? Nah. That didn't seem to help. That was close. How do we get her to go that way? Oh! Ah! Never mind. I see. I was way overthinking this. Like, I thought we had to somehow, like, get the rat to go down there, and then she's gonna go, Well, assuming it lets me. I just do it right now. Wow, all right then. Such insolence. I'll get this timing right eventually, lady. Right here. What? Okay, I mean, I don't have the answer yet, I guess, but I am amused. How do we get her? That's twice she dodged like that. Who knew she was a dodging champion? Starting to get annoyed. Oh, let me try again. I'll get her this time. So is it really just a matter of super precise timing? I guess Okay. I'll try that a bit more. So how about right now? Here we go. Unlock the song Jumping Poltergeist, which is I did 444 tricks. Amelie, help me.
Mama. Oh no. I'm sorry, Mama. I'm too dizzy. I can't get up. I'm afraid I can't help you right now.
I can't tell if she's being... Oh, here is to the weakness of my darling angel. Well, the chandelier is on there, tighter than her wedding band. She won't be able to escape on her own. I can't tell if she was like, oh, like, Mom, I can't help, I'm too weak. Or if it's just like, oh, sorry, Mom, can't help. Too weak. Did ever know that? Yeah. Turning valve didn't help. We are running out of options here. Help, help! What is going on here? Amelie, look, do you see this? Help me, please.
I'm too sick. I can't get out of bed. My head is spinning.
Yeah, all right.
My head is spinning, so I guess you'll just have to stay up there spinning too.
Looks like she's not going anywhere for a while. Now she can call her father. The only trouble is she can't reach it. Guess I'm gonna have to deliver it to her. Yeah, but I don't know how. Well, that's right, the angle of those candles. I saw something similar just recently, didn't I? You did. But I don't know what... I don't know how to interact with it because I can't do anything with it myself. Like, something should go here and we knock it up into the light. But what? Can I do this now? Oh. And just don't let me interact with the lamp then. Ugh, my goodness. Burn brighter? Maybe she drops her glass? Oh, I'm sorry, Rat. I'm so sorry, but at least you're not dead. That helps. Okay, swing harder. There you go. It goes that. Slide, slide, phone. Perfect. Except for the rat. Poor guy.
Mama!
What in the world is going on? You and the rat are just having a little party. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Look, see, now the rat's fine too. Look, see, everybody's fine. The rat's tail is put out. She gets the phone. Everyone's happy here. And the lady's like, oh, I'm not. Well, no one asked you.
Oh, goody, excuse me a minute. I'm gonna call Papa, okay, Mama? It'll be a minute.
Ah, don't you dare, Amelie! I won't have it! Get me down! Nah, I think we're good here. Bye.
Hello, Papa?
Gasp! Amelie! Is that you?
Of course it is, silly. What do you think?
But I heard they said you were... You believe the ghost voices now? No, never mind, it's nothing.
Silly old Papa. Happy birthday, Papa.
Birthday? Oh, right, it was my birthday today, wasn't it?
I'm sorry we couldn't celebrate tonight, thanks to mean old Mama.
Oh, your mean old mama. I mean, your mother. What is she up to right now?
Well, she's certainly up all right. My stubborn mother is kind of tied up at the moment.
Get me down!
She needs to be taught a lesson for causing us so much trouble.
No, Amelie. I'm the one who was wrong.
Huh?
Could you tell your mother I'm sorry?
What do you have to be sorry about?
I was just about to make a terrible mistake. But it's alright now.
Okay.
You're still young. There's a lot I can't tell you right now. The job of Justice Minister is very complicated, you see.
Okay.
Just remember, you're always the most important thing to your mother and me. You do something naughty to your mother. If you did, I want you to apologize.
I don't think I did anything. But okay, I'll apologize.
That's a good girl.
Okay, Papa, have a good night. I love you.
I love you too, Amelie. Good night, sweetheart. Aww.
Mama, I'm sorry.
My goodness, why the sudden change?
I guess I was wrong about you. I didn't understand.
Oh, Amelie.
I thought all you ever did was write these weird novels.
That makes me a little sad.
Papa said the job of Justice Minister was complicated.
Yes, your father's job is very hard and very complicated and difficult. That's why I couldn't talk to you about most of it. But you're right, I shouldn't treat you like such a little girl anymore. You're growing up after all.
I promise to stop calling your novels weird and try to read them.
What? No, maybe you better wait until you're a little bit older for that.
Ugh, okay.
So Amelie, if you're feeling a little more charitable towards your old mama, would you, let me down now?
You know, I would love to do that, but I am feeling too dizzy and sick right now.
Ugh. Tonight on this holiest of nights, my deadline. Looks like the only thing pressing on me will be this chandelier. Here's to Papa and Mama's darling angel. Huh, all of a sudden everyone's getting along again. It's such an abrupt change. I don't understand it. This is what family is all about. Close enough. In any case, the situation has changed dramatically now. I just hope the mysteries of me can be cleared up as quickly as the furrows on the minister's brow. I don't know where Camilla is, but at least now the Justice Minister's doubts are dispelled. I'll go back to his office where everybody's waiting for the prison van. Could let her down first, just saying. And he's like, nah. The minister's family now has their smiles and harmony back, but Camilla is still in the hands of the kidnappers. I decide to go back to the Justice Minister's office. Surprisingly, the minister's brow is still just as furrowed as ever, quite unlike a father who's just learned his daughter is safe. He seems to still be in the depths of despair. The atmosphere in this room is very different now. It seems to have an air of unfocused anxiety. I get the feeling something big is gonna happen. I just found out my daughter is safe. I'd like to express my gratitude. Thank you for my daughter's sake, and for mine.
No need to thank us, Mr. Minister. It was nothing.
What did he do?
But one question. I can't help but notice your daughter is safe. And yet you still look unhappy. How about a little smile for us? Ugh. Of course, there is still the matter of the other kidnapping victim. But is that really the only thing that troubles you, Mr. Minister?
Please let me think in peace until the prison van arrives. All right, what are we supposed to be doing now? I wonder if Lynn is at the park yet. Do we get her report? I guess we have to wait. The continued distress of the ministers. There really something more to it, like the inspector in white said. Interesting. I just assumed it was because of the kidnapping, and he's like, well, I still can't, like, clear this up. Let's see what Jowd has to say. Seems to me the Justice Minister has some kind of big problem on his mind. Why don't you try talking to him instead of me? I don't think he's even ready to acknowledge my existence yet. He's an anxious fellow, yes, but I bet he knows when to accept the truth. Would his face be so furrowed otherwise? What does one have to do with the other? Hey, Justice Minister. Ugh. How about you finally admit I exist? Ugh. That thank you I expressed was meant for you. You're a ghost, aren't you? You have the power to control and manipulate people, don't you? No, I don't have that kind of power. I can't control you. We've actually known, you know, for quite a while. I had no idea they were powers of the dead. Ghosts. Wait, known? Known about what? We knew about the existence of somebody who could control others, a manipulator. Wait, what's this? That's why your execution order caused me so much anguish, Detective Jowd. Mr. Minister, why don't you just tell us everything you know? Yes, I suppose I should. You need to hear it all about the huge mistake this foolish man made. Interesting. There are some cases in this country right now that are under a top secret investigation. That's why Jowd was with those others. Okay. Oh, just a minute. Water break. Then okay. I was wondering why Jowd was with the other, because they were saying that prison is all about national secrecy and stuff. And it's like, okay, you have the one dude who somehow got into the police commissioner when he shouldn't have been able to. Like, ooh, super secret magic stuff. And like the one guy who shouldn't have known national secrets, just broadcasting them in the middle of a song. But it's like, okay, what does Jowd have to do with that? Like, if he was arrested for murder, that is not the same as the other thing. So he knew that there are things happening where stuff shouldn't be possible. And so he already knew that's why Jowd should be. Interesting. Of course, you wouldn't have known about them, Detective Jowd. Right, they don't share too much top secret information with the inmates in prison. There are 3 prisoners, including you, in the special prison you escaped from. All 3 cases have certain points in common. Well, they do. Tell us more. The rock singer who leaked national secrets in his lyrics during a TV broadcast. Yeah, just like I was saying. The curry-loving fellow who took the chief commissioner hostage at the Metro Police Department? Neither of these men had a motive for their crime, and both of their crimes were impossible. Impossible? The curry lover had no way of knowing how to infiltrate the commissioner's office, and the rock singer had no way of knowing the national secrets he leaked. The Special Investigation Unit submitted an investigative report to me on them. They concluded these men's criminal acts were not of their own volition. But how could that be? The theory the unit came up was the blah blah blue. The theory the unit came up with is I'm tripping over my tongue, but it's been 2 hours. What do you want? Give me some more water break, that's what. The unit came up with the existence of a manipulator. A manipulator? That's when the special prison was established as a facility to research that theory. No. They manipulate. It's not my fault. I've manipulated into hitting the wrong button. That's all. Jowd's case. Some unknown power has been at work. These past several years, Inspector Cabanella has been studying these cases. He has he? Manipulating somebody into committing a criminal act, according to the inspector. The first case of its kind was a locked room murder involving our nation's best detective. You trying to say I was manipulated somehow into shooting Alma? I appreciate the theory, but unfortunately, I don't recall being controlled by anybody. It's just not possible to manipulate another's behavior like that. Well, yeah, my powers certainly don't work on living creatures. That's what I thought when I first heard the theory, too. However, I was seriously mistaken, and it proved to be a big mistake. What? You mentioned a mistake. Could you tell us about it? I suppose everybody here has the right to know. Alright, fine, I'll speak out loud so Inspector Cabanela can hear it too. There's something I'd like the two of you to hear. It's about a mistake I made. Inspector Cabanela, when you first made that report about a manipulator, I'm afraid I didn't believe it at all. Impossible, I thought.
Perfectly understandable, Mr. Minister.
But I was wrong. That kind of power does exist. And I learned the truth of it firsthand.
What is this?
A month ago, I signed the order to carry out Detective Jowd's execution. However, the act wasn't my own volition. I was being controlled.
What? You never told me about this, Mr. Minister.
What's going on? This document, what am I doing? No, I mustn't sign it. I mean, I get that it's like, oh my goodness, there's this big reveal and stuff going on, but like, that, woo, such good information, or animation. It is good information, but no, don't deliver that document. He's like, got it, deliver the document. So really, it's that guy's fault. It's just that one dude. Have him arrested instead. He started all this. Like, what? No. That's when it started. That's when all of my fear, despair, and suffering began. Okay, that's understandable that, like, you get possessed by someone, and then after that, you become a nervous wreck. I get... Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I figured it out. Well, I mean, some of it. Like, not the whole game, but... Since I mean, I guess before I continue... Right there. Right. Oops, I can't highlight it on OBS. Right here. I said earlier when we saw the video of Lynn, she didn't look like she wanted to shoot him, and I specifically said that she was raising her gun and being like, shaking her hand. She didn't shoot you. Someone else made her shoot you. I mean, I didn't exactly call it. Like, I didn't say she was being manipulated. But I specifically said, like, it looks like she does not want to shoot you. And how she missed the first time. Like, she specifically was like, she's aiming and then she's like, bang. And then she, like, came up again. Ugh. Score one for me. I called that. Anyways, feared in this video. Sorry, continue, Mr. Minister. I'm just basking in my own glory. At the time, it didn't even cross my mind I had been manipulated. My memory of the event was hazy at best. Huh, so the memory of being manipulated doesn't clearly remain. Signing execution orders as part... Now, just as an aside, to go back to my basking in my own glory, because Lynn still can't remember shooting you. So that goes like, and Sissel is just like, you can't, so apparently like you only have hazy memories when you're manipulated. And now here we have Lynn, who's like, I can't remember it, even though she got all her memories back. Just, I'm so great. I'm so great. Okay. Now that I'm done tooting my own horn until they say something else that I'm proud about. Signing execution orders is part of a justice minister's job. At the time, I just thought my psyche was rebelling against the task. But the next day it dawned on me. I remembered Inspector Cabanella's report on the existence of a manipulator. As a Minister of Justice, I couldn't admit what had happened to me. I only signed the execution order because I was being controlled. If something like that got out, the nation's judicial system would crumble. I had no evidence to present I had actually been controlled, so in the end, I couldn't admit to anybody what had happened. He's got a point. Like, I mean, yeah, he could have tried to revoke it and be like, actually, upon further thought, I rescind this order. So that's still a little meh, but like, it's true, he can't just be like, oh, don't execute him, it's not my fault, I was being possessed. You know, just one of the top officials of the country was being possessed to do stuff they didn't want to do. It's fine, everybody. Yeah. Yep.
I suppose, but it sounds a bit like an excuse. You should have at least told us, Mr. Minister.
As I know I should have, I was running away from the problem. Like, it's not his fault, but like, it's partially his fault. Then my wife found out I was worried about something. Yeah, if you go around with an expression like that, I guess it's bound to happen. I explained it to her, and she was dead set against the way I was handling it. If you don't withdraw that order and tell everyone the truth immediately, I'm moving out. Which we already figured that it was because of Jowd, who is not from Dishonored and is not an assassin named Jowd. Because of Jowd's execution order, we figured that out, but I still fault her for putting her daughter in the middle of it. And then with the kidnapping tonight, with it thrust under my nose like that, I could no longer deny my mistake. This manipulator comes upon us from somewhere unseen. That's why I've been keeping my distance from everybody. So that's why you've been telling people to stay back. So there's somebody else besides me with the powers of the dead. I mean, I'm fine with that. I mean, after all, I already knew about a certain desk lamp. Oh. But do we trust the desk lamp? I think we do. Because the desk lamp was helping you. And it doesn't make sense. I'll get to that thought in a minute. Let's continue Sissel's thoughts. What I'm not fine with is the fact the person can control and manipulate living creatures. That's not that's certainly not something I can do. Apparently, different ghosts get different ghost tricks. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, like, ooh, do we trust the lamp? But yeah, I think we can trust Ray. Maybe. I'm not 100% sure, but the fact that, like, if this was all a setup, I mean, well, not all, I mean, like, if this manipulator is doing all this stuff to cause problems, it doesn't make sense for Ray to help you learn about how to undo it all. So I think Ray might have just been caught up in it the same way, like, you were, the same way Lynn was, like, just a unfortunate prize. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go, like, 80% we can trust Ray. I never imagined that tonight I'd find out where this kind of power comes from.
Where it comes from?
Inspector Cabanella, this manipulator is a ghost, a departed spirit.
A spirit?
As a matter of fact, there's a ghost talking to us right now.
What?
What did you say, Jowd? Don't tell me you can hear this ghost, too. He's like, you know. I can't say the only person... I'd say the only person who can't hear him is you. Like, here, do you want me to fix that? Bang. Like, it would make it a lot easier if you killed him and could talk to him, and then you just reverse it, and it's fine, but, you know. I get why they're not gonna just shoot him just for, you know. It'd be so much easier if you just shot your friend. It's okay. And then, yeah, okay, maybe that sounds better in theory than it does when I say it out loud.
Spirit ghost. Ugh, God's in heaven. Excuse me, Mr. Minister, I suddenly have some urgent business to attend to. I recommend you think long and hard before making your final decision, sir.
Huh. Inspector! Hello. This is Lynn. I'm at the park. Oh, before we continue on with the story again, I found myself, I mean, I can't promise that I'm not going to. In fact, maybe I'll do it on purpose, but when Cabanella's being serious, I try to, you know, not be quite as like, hey, baby, let's just relax type of thing. And, you know, but I found that, like, when I actually start being serious, like, Mr. Minister, that I'm slipping into Solid Snake for some reason. Mr. Minister, Metal Gear. And then I'm like, I'll try my best not to do that. And now I kind of think I'm going to do that on purpose next time he's talking seriously. So, apologies if you're like, no, please don't, but I'm gonna. You can't stop me. Unless you have manipulator powers. Hey, quick, go through the stream. Figure out how to stop him from doing that. Too late. We've been waiting to hear from you. Have you found the evidence?
Well, the situation here, it's kind of difficult to explain.
Sissel, if you're there, can you come to the park immediately? Looks like your help is needed, Sissel. Yeah, I guess so, huh? Meanwhile, the guards are just like, what the hell is going on? And the other one's like, I don't know. These types, they're eccentric. Just go with it, man. Like, what? They're talking about ghosts and like, just shut up, man. You still get your paycheck, right? Yeah, then just shut up. I thought the weirdest thing we'd have to do is wear this uniform. Yeah. Just go with it, man. Just pretend. To the park. In calls, and I oblige. I take off towards Temsic Park, the place where clearly something big is taking place. The manipulator, the person whose very existence sheds new light on everything. Detective Jowd's crime, the execution orders, even my own death. Could it be? Could Lynn have been manipulated into shooting me? I already went over this and how I figured it out, sort of. But yes, the answer is yes. Ooh, things are getting spicy. Look, see, everybody's fine. The rat's tail is put out. She gets the phone. Everyone's happy here. And the lady's like, oh, I'm not. Well, no one asked you.